Why should Europe ban the killer robots? Hello and welcome to TEPSA Explainers. My name is Şerif Onur Bahçecik and I'm working as an associate professor at Middle East Technical University. In today's video, I'm going to talk about killer robots, also known as lethal autonomous weapon systems. There is one main point that I would like you to take with you after the video. Europe can and should do more to deal with the problem of autonomous weapons systems. Let me first talk about what I mean with killer robots, although there is some disagreement about what lethal autonomous weapon systems really mean. It is possible to say that the phrase refers to weapon systems with autonomy in its critical functions. That is to say, we are talking about weapon systems that are able to choose and attack targets on their own without human intervention. They are given a target profile and then left on their own to engage with the target. For instance, they can recognize tanks by sensing their shapes, their heat, and their movement. Autonomous weapon systems are not a type of weapon like a nuclear weapon or a tank. They are a feature of a weapon. Thus, any weapon can be turned into an autonomous weapon system. Although there are some autonomous weapon systems such as Israel's anti-radar defense system Harpy and South Korean robot military Sentry, we don't currently have fully autonomous weapons deployed in the battlefield. There are drones, but these are remotely operated systems. Civil society groups call these killer robots to emphasize their unpredictability and danger. And what are the problems with autonomous weapons and why should Europe act? There are several issues. First, the effects of autonomous weapons in the battlefield and in general can be quite unpredictable. It's not clear how these systems can distinguish between civilians and soldiers. We know that some driverless cars have been involved in fatal accidents. The same can happen to these weapon systems. Also, deploying autonomous weapon systems may create instability in the international system. Second, there is a legal issue. Armed conflict is regulated with international law, and when autonomous weapons are used, the military decision makers will not have control over the actions of these weapons, and it's not clear how they will make sure that the autonomous weapon systems will comply with international law. Third, there is a moral issue. According to surveys, many people are not comfortable with riding driverless cars. This shows that we don't trust computers to drive us home. So how can we delegate the decision to injure or kill a human being to a computer? Now that we have established the problems with autonomous weapons, let us look at what European governments and institutions are doing about this problem. The European Parliament has adopted a resolution in 2018 to support a ban on killer robots. There is also a provisional agreement by the European Defence Fund not to finance development of these weapons. But we need more than these. Currently, the main platform where such a preemptive ban is being discussed is the United Nations. However, due to the ongoing war in Ukraine, broad multilateral platforms like the United Nations don't seem to work. For these reasons, and due to the danger of autonomous weapons, the European Union and European governments should pay greater attention to this issue. Primarily, they should find some common ground in defining autonomous weapons. Secondly, they should engage in diplomatic discussions to create a binding legal treaty that bans autonomous weapons. Although such a treaty could be limited to the European region initially, it may help create a global norm against these weapons and in time can extend to other parts of the world. European governments should also make discussion of autonomous weapons part of their global diplomacy and seek to create a common ground with other countries outside of Europe. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and follow us for more videos and stay tuned for the next TEPSA Explainer.